Lesson 10, writing division answers as mixed numbers and improper fractions. So here's two fraction examples that equal 1. So for instance, 1,000 divided by 1,000, that equals 1. 20 divided by 20, that equals 1. Improper fractions are just fractions that are greater than 1. You know it's greater than 1 when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So here's an example. The numerator is 20, the denominator is 10. Since 20 is bigger than 10, this is called an improper fraction. If I were to divide 20 by 10, I would get 2. So 20 tenths is the same thing as 2. When you're doing long division, so when dividing, if there is a remainder, you need to write the answer as a mixed number. So here's an example. If we have 8/7, when we divide 8 by 7, we get 1 with a remainder of 1. So just write the answer as 1 and 1/7. So that remainder 1 is 1 part out of the 7, what you're dividing by. So 8/7 equals 1 and 1/7. If I had 13 tenths, here's another example. If I divide 13 by 10, I get 1 with a remainder of 3. So instead of writing the answer with a remainder, I will put 1 and 3/10. And I put the remainder over the divisor. In this case, it was 10. Changing a mixed number to a fraction. So here's an example. If we had 4 and 3/5. So we want to know how many fifths is 4 and 3/5. If we had 4 whole parts and each of them were divided in 4, we would have 20 fifths. So if you times 5 by 4, you'd get 20. Then we have to add that 3 more from the numerator. So we'd have 23 fifths. So we did 4 times 5, and then we added the 3. So that gives us 23, and then we put it in over our denominator in the fraction part, which was 5. Here's another example, 3 and 3/4. So we times, whoops, I forgot to put this over 5. Go back and put that over 5. So we times 3 times 4, then we're going to add 3. And we'll put the whole thing over our denominator, which was 4. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15/4. So 3 and 3/4 is the same thing as 15/4. I'm going to show you an example of a problem that you may come across on some of your homework. It says, draw and shade circles to represent 2 and 1/4. So we would draw 2 whole and a third divided into 4. Then to represent 2 and 1/4, the 2 would be our whole, both of these, so you shade them in, and then just shade 1/4 of the other circle. That's the end of lesson 10.